Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back once again to Fat Cat Collections. Kind of unorthodox video today, filming from my living room, and I want to talk about the Ghome Smart Doorknob. So they were nice to send me this for review and ownership, of course. And this is something I've been wanting for this closet for quite some time. So I wanted something basically just to kind of keep my leather jackets on lock and key. Again, this isn't like a secured, reinforced door. This is only just a slightly preventive measure, just to prevent, let's just say, God forbid, crackhead comes into the house and wants to rob me. There are some things that are going to be replaced by insurance. Some things you're kind of sentimental to. For me, my leather jacket collection is something. I have some of my leather jackets I've had for 20 years. You can't replace them. And so this just kind of prevents somebody, the snatch and grab burglar, from coming in real quick, grabbing something and running out, right? You have to I don't want to make this video about security, but when I talk about security and layering your different protocols and layering your different devices, whether it be, smart security lights, cameras, alarm systems, neighbors, yourself, all these things help to protect yourself and your assets. So you just have to kind of if you try to get into the mind of just kind of snatch and grab burglar, they're coming in looking for cash and jewels, right? In and out, right? They're not going to, they're probably not going to take the 70-inch TV off the wall and run down the street with it, right? They may throw a quick leather jacket on there. Not going to take 40 leather jackets, right? It's just, unless they pull up with a van or something. And, there are layers in place to prevent something like that from happening. Neighbors, knowing, hey, that's out of the ordinary. Having those discussions with your neighbors ahead of time. Hey, if you ever see a van in the driveway, you ever see a truck you don't recognize, give me a call the police. Have kind of a plan set up to protect your stuff. But in the meantime, this definitely will slow somebody down. Is this going to prevent somebody from kicking this door in or, ripping it off the hinges? No, but it basically stops somebody from saying, hey, pantry, kind of kitchen area, probably nothing in there, and moving on, right? Out the back, gone. Maybe you don't lose too much. Again, not a guarantee, but just something to kind of think about. It gives me a little bit of peace of mind knowing that there is some sort of door stopping somebody from entering this. Now, for things non-security related and protecting your assets, what about protecting your children? For you folks who do have kids and maybe you have a pantry with cleaning supplies, tools, things you don't want the little ones getting into, yes, there's all kinds of devices you can get for cabinets and your kitchen and all that stuff, but it's nice to have a closet like this. If I did have kids, this would probably have to be repurposed for things like that. This is another option you might be able to use in a garage setting, right? Let's say you have a smart deadbolt. Like for me, I have a garage where I have a deadbolt and I have a standard doorknob. So you might want to maybe reverse this, where you can actually maybe have a fingerprint access to get into the garage, and maybe have a deadbolt on the opposite side getting into the house, right? It'd be kind of a little bit of an inconvenience, but prevent, your kids from maybe getting into your garage. There's a lot of stuff in there that could hurt them. I get it. Again, their bikes are in there and stuff too. It depends on your situation, but I think this would be a perfect option for somebody saying, hey, we got all our cleaning supplies in here. Let's put it under a lock and key, right? I've had some of the keypad ones. What I find with adding locks to things is they have to be convenient for you to want to continue to use them and have them be part of your daily routine, right? For me, I didn't want to have a keypad I got to enter every time. I don't want to have a key I have to pull out. This is extremely easy, and I think that this is going to work for a lot of people. So let's say, pluses, you do have a keyed entry. Should you want to use this in an outdoor setting, you can on an exterior door. You have a key, and of course you have the fingerprint biometric sensor right here on the front. Pretty cool. What else? It is only available in the black, and for those who have interior doorknobs and fixtures that are more of like that aged bronze, this will kind of blend, but just know it's not aged bronze, it's just plain old black. For my purposes, I have stainless steel, but it doesn't really bother me having a black doorknob here. It is a little bit larger than your standard doorknob, so just kind of keep that in mind. I think having this in a silver would have been a better move on Ghome's part, just because it would blend in a little better. The black is really in your face, especially on a white door, right? And most people have white doors in their house. If it was like an oak door or wood door, it would blend a little better. It just depends on your situation. I don't like that they put a giant Ghome. You can't see this on the video, but they put a Ghome Smart branding on top. Normally, I'm not really against branding, but when it comes to stuff in the home, a doorknob, you've already bought it. You don't need to advertise it, right? And so I feel like things inside your home really shouldn't be branded so boldly. So they could have put this very small. They could put this smaller or put it on the inside or on the bottom. Speaking of the bottom, you do have a USB-C port. That is not a charging port. That's only if your batteries fail. Speaking of batteries, it is powered by 4 AAA batteries. You could use rechargeable batteries, but you'll have to take them out to recharge them. The power port here is only for you getting back into the, let's say you don't have your key. Let's say your battery's dead. You can put in a USB-C adapter, plug into a wall extension cord or a power pack and get access. As far as access, again, really simple. Some of you, if you get this, may want to say, oh, let me program all my fingers. You can, per user, and you can have multiple users. But for me, when I grab a doorknob, think about how it's going to be convenient, right? And so for me, the thumb is the most convenient. I'm not like bending my arms or trying to get in from the side in some weird way. Thumbprint, put it right on there, unlock. It does have a ring, which will let you know that it's unlocked. It flashes green. And it'll flash red if you didn't have your fingerprint aligned properly. It does have an auto lock feature, which, unless I'm wrong, is the only way you can lock this minus the app. So I think that was a little goof on Ghome's part. Either I got a bad one. Again, I'm just speculating here. Either there's something wrong with mine, which isn't really great for a review video. But I don't think that's the case. I think they made this where you use the auto lock feature. So if you want to use this on exterior application, that might be a little bit challenging because sometimes you want your door unlocked and you don't want it to auto lock, right? Again, it depends on you. For me, for this, I'm only going to come in here, grab a jacket, figure out what I want to wear, and then I'm going to close it. And for my purpose, it works fine because I don't mind if it auto locks. So I need to get back in there. Oh, I changed my mind. I can just press my thumb on the print again, correctly on the print, open it up, and it'll auto lock. I have it set for 10 seconds. You can select whatever you want. But for me, 10 seconds is fine. Leave the closet door open. You'll hear it lock, and then when I'm done, close it on up. And you're secure, right? Whether it's cleaning supplies or leather jackets, right? On the inside here, you'll have the back of the doorknob, which has a screw in the middle. And you probably can't see that, but there's a screw in the middle. You basically pop that off, and that's where you put your 4 AAA batteries. I like the fact that on the cap, they did add a top mark on there, so when you're putting this back on, you know right where the top is, and you don't put it on backwards, right? Because you do have to put it on the correct way. So what else? I do have a reset button too. If you need to reset it for any reason and start over, you can. You can use the Ghome app on this. However, I'm using the Smart Life app, which is what I use. A lot of my smart home products in the house are through the Smart Life app. It's kind of one of those like kind of the main apps for a lot of smart home tech you'll get out of China with a lot of these Amazon, eBay devices. So I love the fact that it is compatible with that. When you install it on the app, you'll have the ability to add users. You'll have the ability to unlock or lock the door. Should you want to go ahead and pick up your phone and unlock this, you can. If you're in a setting where you're using this on exterior door, very convenient for you to do that as well. Open up the app and just lock or unlock it. It is, I believe, when you connect to it with your phone, it's through Bluetooth, but I do believe you can do it remotely through Wi-Fi as well. I'm 99% certain of that, as I think I did it the other day. So if you let's say you have guests come over, you want to let your kids in, whatever the case may be, you have a contractor come over, needs to get in, let's say you have it on the garage, whatever the case may be, you can lock it or unlock it manually through the app. But I absolutely love the convenience of just using your fingerprint. Again, just, I want to grab a leather jacket, pop my thumb on there, open it up, choose my jacket, and I don't have to worry what's going on here in the background. That'll just auto lock, and then when I'm done, again, just close it on up, and we're good to go. Again, though, I do think it's a little bit odd that in order for you to lock the door, you have to use the app or let it auto lock. I do think if that was, again, either there's something wrong with mine, and I don't think that's the case. I think Ghome created this to use the auto lock feature, but when I look at it from, if I was using this on an exterior door, I wouldn't want to necessarily use the auto lock feature. I have doorknobs or deadbolts already, and I don't like the auto lock feature because sometimes I'm outside doing something. I don't necessarily want the door to auto lock, right? So that's a little bit of, hopefully Ghome will chime in here, maybe drop a comment. I'm not sure on that because I'll just demonstrate. If you unlock it and it's unlocked, I want to lock it, you can see nothing activates. Now it will auto lock, and then once it auto locks, you can unlock it again. But as far as locking the deadbolt or locking, excuse me, the doorknob, it doesn't seem to lock any other way besides the auto lock or the app. So I think that was, I expected to find like a button on here, and I'm just not seeing anything on here, feeling anything on here that allows you to lock this without using the app. So if that was something that they didn't think about, I'm only speculating here, but I do want you guys to know that if you do buy this and you're looking to add this to one, an exterior door, and you don't like the auto lock feature, I'm not sure how you lock this, which to me is a blunder. But anyway, I'm sure they will chime in and let us know. Regardless, if you guys do have any questions whatsoever, do not hesitate to ask. I'm always here to help you guys out. I do want to thank Ghome for the generosity. This is exactly what I wanted for this situation, and this is, will get used, daily, honestly. So again, guys, if I can help, let me know. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and take care.